welcome back to Schlock and Schlock. I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, and today I'm reviewing the first book that we've done on this show. That is Sardines in the Dark by Judith, Sonnet. Came out this year. I originally met Judith through a trade with Banana Box. Read her books, and I became a fan ever since. We've since talked several times. She's one of my favorite authors and, people in the underground community in general. This is her new short story / novella following a youth group who decide to play a late night game of hide and seek, referred to as Sardines, and they find that there is someone out there with them, and things don't end well. Now, if you don't know, Judith Sonnet writes, in horror in general. She expands out to stuff, but the one thing that runs through them is they're incredibly violent. She has a couple of books that are not so violent, but they are all, horror-related or violent or, whatever. This one, it gives you a warning, of course. Warning, this book features extreme violence and gore. I read this originally in the book Your God Can't Save You. I actually have that one over behind me somewhere as well. But this is the extended version, has a different end to the story as well. And dear God, when Judith said that this book was violent, it's very true. Now, one of the things I like best about Judith's work is that she describes things in a very unique way. Her, ways of saying things are very different from a lot of horror authors. And it's not stuff that you would typically, use to describe something. But the way that she does it makes it much more visceral, and you can definitely, picture exactly what she's saying. There's a part where someone's eye in this gets, poked into, and she describes what comes out as jelly that looks like frogs' eggs, and I knew exactly what that looks like, and it was disgusting and fantastic. This book is great. I read this in one sitting, and it's a lot of fun. It's your sort of typical slasher summer camp sort of deal, with gore, of course, and the gore is aplenty. The descriptions are visceral and graphic and disgusting, and for anybody out there that has a penis, yes, I said that, we're all adults here, so please don't laugh. Anybody that has one, you're gonna feel some pain in one part of this. And Judith takes a break from the very descriptive language to describe a testicle as a ball, like most of us would. And it feels much more real for whatever reason in that case. And it's weird that I mentioned that specifically, but her writing styles is great. I really enjoyed this a lot. And it's paced really well. Things start, the setup is fairly brief, but we get an idea of, who these characters are. Some of them are sort of stereotypical, which is the point. And the story does take a couple of turns that I didn't expect. Well, some of this is relating back to the first time I read this, so this is sort of like a refresher for me personally, and the ending is different. I actually like the ending in this version a lot better. It's much bleaker, it's meaner, and yeah, you should definitely check this out, because this sort of twist, or turning the story on its head, or the typical slasher villain on its head, the theme, is very unique, and it's really cool, and this is a great book. Highly recommended it. Make sure to support underground authors, as always. Support LGBTQ authors as well. Support trans authors. I mean, that's part of that, but specifically, people like Judith that are putting out books that are like this. She's incredibly underrated. as an author. I know she's been nominated for some awards, but still, in general, if you haven't read Judith Sonnet, I think this is a good place to start because, this is a little short book. You can read it in one sitting. If you like the writing style, you know that you'll want to pick up more of her stuff. And yeah, this isn't the last time you're going to hear about Judith Sonnet as well. Yeah. Go support Judith. This book is great. Go buy her other work. They're all fantastic. I've never read a Judith Sonnet book that I didn't enjoy thoroughly. She's great. Very nice person. And yeah. Go buy this. Go read it. If you want a book about like a religious summer camp and you're one of those kids like me that sort of grew up in that like religious household with that typical like Sunday school and everything, you were one of those kids that wanted to rebel, this book is definitely going to speak to you. And I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. So yeah, keep an eye out for more Judith Sonnet reviews. Keep an eye out for more book reviews. Going to be reviewing another Judith Sonnet book, The Clown Hunt, probably in February now. I don't think I'll get to it this month, just with my schedule and everything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to keep your notifications on. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And as always, 0 thoughts, 0 editing, 0 planning, and 0 brain cells. I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, signing off. Thanks, guys.